All right, Shalom. For the first, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, Bashem Harakah, Kodash, Bakathom. Do I want to say apostle and elder, great millstone, and to all I came across the globe, putting the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is I died now from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago, with a lesson, and I was watching the elders, and I keep forgetting the elder name of Salakia, because I really deal with his brother, the elder Salakia. Jesus rebuke the tempter too, and he been around for a very, very long time. And hey, he's our elder. All right, and the video he was going into, as you can see, it's still going on, I believe. All right, he said, "Great millstone is a crazy and bugged out camp. Get away." And the elder was being facetious because a lot of you guys who are not in the who don't deal with the teachings of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, you are you really bugged out. All right, because the truth is not that hard. All right, the apostles, the elders, the bishops, have made it very simple. Have taught us the scripture very simple and plain. All right, and we as men of the Lord got to understand, like, we don't make it harder than what it is. All right, because these guys who are on the outside looking in, they try to confuse, dirty up, and add and take away from the scriptures. All right, well, the scriptures are clearly plain and simple of what it is to please the Lord, and how the Lord expects you to behave and act according to the scriptures, and how to break down these scriptures. All right, it's not that hard. All right, now as we come up early in the truth, and we're babes and we're young men, we don't quite understand everything. All right, but that's why we got elders and teachers and brothers who are in positions to teach and to guide and to lead the younger ones, so they can continue and to grow in the faith. All right, and our job, okay, the apostles' job, the elders' job, the bishop's job, the brethren's job is to make sure that we make it plain upon tables. Let's get that. Hold on, let me get rid of some of this. Habakkuk 2:1, it said, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." We're only going to answer according to the scriptures, man. All right? The scripture about precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. All right? Talk about the old and the new. So our job is to tell you everything about the scriptures. All right? Because our job is to research and to study, to be involved in the scriptures, to where the new fruit coming in, they have questions, we're able to answer them and be ready to give them an answer. All right. Verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he that readeth it." All right. The apostles and the elders have made everything plain, man. All right. The brethren and the elders across the states, older brethren and brethren who the Lord is dealing with, have gone into every aspect of these scriptures. All right? And there's not a lesson that's in the scriptures, in the Bible, that has not been touched upon. All right? Now, our job is not to hold your hand like, oh, You got a question about that? Hey, go. No, your job is to read, to study, all right, and to search the scriptures, man. Okay, because the answers are out there. All right, the brethren have done excellent jobs in breaking down these scriptures, man. Reincarnation, hell, virgin birth, chariots, um, reincarnation, and all the little intricacies and parables and similitudes and um, things of that nature that are in the scriptures. It's all been brought out, man. And the apostles, through the Spirit of the Lord, make it very easy for us to understand these things, man. All right? And that's a job of a teacher, is to make things plain. We know what the mark of the beast is, which is the RFID microchip. All right? We know there ain't no virgin birth because we know angels don't have sex. Okay? We know about reincarnation. Why? Because everything has been done the same way as it always been. Why? Because the people have come in their lot doing the same things that they've always been done. All right? And these things are something that you can search out yourself. I'm not going to bring our precepts upon those things. All right? But the point being is that the men of the Lord who teach, all right, they make things simple and plain. All right? So that there is no confusion, that there are no gray areas or no stone left unturned. All right? So, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. It will tarry, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? And some of the things that the apostles teach, a lot of scriptures that are in the Bible, that are future prophecies, are something that we got to wait to get played out, so we can have the revelation thereof. All right, because we don't know who the elect are. We don't know when the Lord is going to come back. We don't know when when the Catholic Church camps are going to get set up. Because we know they are set up. They are waiting, but we don't. Hey, there's certain things we really can't pinpoint right now. Why? Because those things haven't been manifested yet. All right, but we do know that there are things in place to establish those prophecies to come to pass. Okay? All right? So I'm going to get the scripture real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 11. 2 Corinthians 11:3 says, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted for the simplicity that is in Yahushua Mashiach. All right? Now, you're going to have a lot of people coming in, or a lot of people representing themselves as men of the Lord. They're going to be representing themselves as elders and apostles and as people who the Lord is dealing with, right? But what do they try to do? They try to be deep. They try to tell you that we're not. They try to tell you that we're in a new covenant. They try to tell you that certain men who learn from the apostles that they are disciples, that they're the elect. You got camps teaching you that the charagma, the mark of the beast, with the RFID microchip, that is sin. Okay? And the Lord is not that deep like that, so to speak. All right? It's simple. All right? It's plain to them that understand. All right? The Lord has revealed to us what we need to get to salvation. He has revealed to us what we need to teach and to break down these scriptures correctly, man. All right? But you guys' minds are corrupted. How are they corrupted? Because you have itching ears. How are you corrupted? Because you strayed away from the doctrine. You wandered out of the way of understanding. You see? The Lord is simple and plain. All right? Didn't he say that I cannot to destroy the law of the prophets? I cannot to destroy but fulfill? So the Passover, according to Exodus 12, all right, it's an order that's going to stand for every generation forever. All right, so we are to keep the Passover. All right, we are to worship Yahweh Shai, man. You see? Don't let these guys try to be deep or read the New Covenant a little bit. Hey, look, the scripture talk about, Jeremiah 31 says, look, if we were in the New Covenant, they would be teaching you about the New Covenant. All right, it's simple and plain. Okay? Don't forsake the old counsel, man. Because a lot of these guys, whether they want to admit it or not, they learned from the other apostles, all right, and those who came from One West. All right? The fact that you have a beard, the fact that you're uploading and doing videos, going to the Blue Letter, going to the Etymon of words, shows that you have learned from somebody. All right? Now, you younger ones who are coming in, hey, remember that. These guys who are scoffing the elders and apostles, they learned from the elders and apostles. So it's up to you to figure out why they are not dealing in the apostles. No, we understand. Wonder why they are dealing in the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, which he had passed on to the elders and apostles. You got to ask yourself that question. Why are you guys who are part of the camp not part of the camp? All right? For one, they're prideful. Okay? And second, look at the work. Because if we were in the new covenant fully, we would not be here in Babylon. Plain. Okay? If these men saying that we're looking at the apostles, then why are we here in America? Because the scriptures talk about that we could be ruling, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So if you are the elect, if you are an ambassador of the Lord, then why are we still here? Why are we still going off? If you were truly part of the elect and you really believe that, you wouldn't be teaching. I know when I played sports and I knew I was a lock for the team, I didn't run my suicides that hard. I didn't take tryouts serious. You know why? I knew I was going to be on the team. So if you really truly believe that you're part of the elect, just go back in the world. Because the Lord said you could lay a charge to the Most High's elect. You see? But you won't do that. Why? Because you know that you have fear of the Lord. But you know that if you do that, right, that you'll be jeopardizing your salvation. But you're already jeopardizing your salvation by not teaching the gospel, man. By not being in order. All right? Let's get this real quick. First Corinthians 14, and 32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, right? Now you know that the Lord has done nothing but reveal the secret to his servants the prophets, Amos 3 and 7, right? Now what you mean to tell me is that you guys have been spent all the years in the truth. You're camp heads and had a brother of authority and rank, right? And your whole doctrine was what? The doctrine of the great millstone, the doctrine of the elders and apostles, the doctrine which Yahweh approved and gave forth to elders and apostles to teach it directly, correctly, and which you agreed upon and you agreed with. Now they ain't the men of the Lord. Now all of a sudden, our apostles and the elders have been teaching us so wrong for so many years, but yet here you are with a garment on and a beard, all right, on the highways and the byways trying to teach. Well, where did you learn that from? All right, you got a number of ungrateful and unprofitable children, man. All right, and you know, like you're just not part of the body, and that really bothers you, man. All right, because the spirit of Yahweh, is the spirit of prophecy. And with that being said, we've seen these things before. All right, that mark of the beast is not the RFID microchip. We've seen those who oppose that breakdown. All right, we went through the breakdown of the new covenant already years and years ago. All right, there's certain things that we've been going through and seeing over the years, and those who take that side, all right, they've all dwindled and fizzled out, man. All right. So there's nothing that you can do to combat the word of the Yahweh on our side, which is given into his servants, man, which are the prophets, man. All right. For God, for the Most High, is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in the churches of all the saints. All right. So you guys get together, you fallouts and all those things, and your Wi-Fi's and your Adam Abbott's and the other camps who are teaching contrary doctrine, right? But yet you all get together to try to bash and try to downplay the spirit that the Lord has put upon the apostles and the elders, all right? But yet you yourselves don't agree on everything, man. All right? If you're following the war, if you're following these other guys, like you really got to understand what it is that you're doing. If you're agreeing with them, right, like one guy was saying earlier today, 1 Corinthians 11 tells you how y'all shall keep the Passover. But guess what? All right, when you go to the law, it tells you how you should keep the Passover. And that we should keep it, all right, from generation to generation forever, man. All right, and part of the Passover was what? Having a lamb, all right, without no blemish, man. Which in turn brings us to rehearsing the righteous acts. All right? You want to be so gung-ho and trying to prove the elders and brothers wrong that you forget the simplicity that is in the Lord. Yahushua said, I cannot to destroy the law of the prophets. All right? The law was that we could have a Passover with a lamb, with the eating of a lamb to all generations forever. Okay? So the Lord is not I'm going to have brethren come together and everybody got something different, a different breakdown on what the Lord is talking about. You see? Because the only thing you guys really agree upon is that you agree that the apostle of the elders, Great Millstone is the worst camp on the face of the earth. Hold on, let me get that. Hold on. Proverbs 8:8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There's no forward or perverse in them. All right, you proclaim to be the apostles, the good man. All right. Hey, that's perverse, man. All right. The scripture talk about being humble, being low. All right. Not making yourself of that number. All right, but what? We are still prisoners of hope, man. Nobody has a golden ticket to say that they're going to get on the chariots and avoid the nuclear destruction that's coming to this place. Nobody can say that. Nobody has the authenticated ocular proof that they are part of the elect. Now, I will say this, for the balance part, there are signs and there are characteristics that the Bibles give about who the men of the Lord are, or who they may be. All right? I know one thing the men of the Lord are not going to do, so like you, if they're not going to sit here and say that they are part of the elect, that they are the disciples, and that we're looking at them, that we are in the new covenant. You know why? Because the new covenant doesn't take place until we get into the kingdom fully, man. The fact that we're teaching totally nullifies the new covenant, man. Right? Verse 9, they are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. And these things are plain to us, man. You know why? Because we kept the old counsel, man. All right? We understand what it means to, we understand what it is when we're dealing with, hold on, I gotta word this. The men of the Lord don't need that much convincing, man. All right? They're going to stick to the script, teach what is taught. All right? Because we're assured that we're being taught the right way, man. As at one point in time, you all believed that same thing. But now, for whatever reason, in which we know the reason, you're disgruntled, you're emotional, and now the thing that you learned or were taught is not it. So my thing is, so what is the mark of the beast? Is the 12 tribe sign accurate? Hell, are we Israelites? Even one more than that. All right? Do you believe the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh and the Son is Yahweh Shai? I can guarantee you didn't learn that on your own. But yet now you want to go against the grain. All right, the brothers, the elders, the apostles are making so many videos every day, every hour, edifying about these topics, man. But yet your little crony of miscreants, all right, had no idea, what the truth is, because you're blinded by your own conceits. You're blinded by your own pride, man. How you doing? What's up, bro? All right. All right, we're going to select for the little break. On the power of 4 and 7, Forgot where I was, so I was going to get to my next precept. Yeah, Proverbs 4:7, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. And with all that getting, get understanding. All right? And you guys have a lack of understanding, man. All right? You're so emotional and butthurt. All right? And effeminate, I'm going to use that word too. All right? Is that you forget the basic thing of the truth, man. It's the way to get understanding. All right? The fact that you're trying to teach us the new covenant shows that we're not in the new covenant. The fact that we got to keep the Passover, all right, because it's an ordinance, all right, from generation to generation forever, okay? It shows the lack of understanding, all right? We are to rehearse the righteous acts. We are to do the things that Yahweh Shai ordained us to do to the best of our ability, according to our circumstance, which we're living in Babylon, man. All right? We're not able to put homosexuals to death. We're not able to not work on a Shabbat because of the schedule, because of the things that we're subject to in Babylon. All right? We don't put adulterers to death or anything like that. All right? But these scriptures are really plain and they're simple, man. All right? And you really got to ask yourself, why did I stick around so long? Why did I not say nothing for all these years until I get kicked out or put out or anything like that? Now everything that you learned is going off. All right? Let's get 1 Kings 6. Get to the point. 1 Kings 6 or 1 Kings 12:6. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon his father, while he yet lived, and said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people? All right, now, Rehoboam had the elders, the counselors of the father Solomon at his disposal. All right? And we know Solomon's kingdom had what? 40 years of peace. All right? Everything ran smooth. All right? Jacob was on point. All right? It says in verse 7, and he spake unto him, saying, thou wilt be a servant unto they, meaning the older council, right? And they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. So the old council gave him the exact thing what to do to be approved of the Lord and the people. All right? Verse 8, but he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. All right? So you guys have forsook the old counsel, man. All right? Because this truth is going to go on with or without you. All right? The things that you're debating about, the things that you're trying to make a big deal about, it's already been proven. It's already been cut. Brothers are doing videos left and right about these topics, man. All right? So what do you really think that you're going to accomplish? All right? Because pretty soon, if you're not truly trying to do the work, prophesying and doing the things the Lord say do, you're going to fade into the wind, like ITR, like Al-Mashaba Allah, like Mac 10, like Yeridon. And who else? They came against the elders when they felt betrayed or unjustly done, man. You see? The first thing that come out your mouth is a doctrine that you have learned is off. All right? And well, look, hey, that old council, hey, it is what it is, man. There's a reason why they've been around so long. The apostles and elders have been around so long, man. All right? So that one said, call law, y'all be on shy. That one to see apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Next time, Shalom and the Bible Bar.